Oh, I don't think you pray it very well. I don't think you hear God. I think you're very choosy. I think you're looking for a rich man or a rich woman. Men will be told, oh, I think you're looking for a Miss World, for a very beautiful girl. Women will be told, I think you're too choosy. I think you're looking for a very rich man. Imagine people already come in with their opinions. Stop judging people. You don't know people's stories. Why don't you go to them and ask them, what's your story? Welcome to Karaoke Moments. This is a YouTube that we discuss about life conversations, that in life we will be discussing about matters of faith, of culture, of traveling, motivational, transformational, that we can be able to be discussing because we believe that life is a journey. And this is episode number 2 of the series, Unmarriedness. This is a topic that some of my friends decided to throw into my inbox and told me that we need to be discussing about it as part of our testimony and the work that I've worked. Now, I've been thinking about status. You know, when you go to a place, you're filling documents, and there's a place where you'll be asked your marital status. But do you know, marital status, meaning are you married or not, is not the only status. Being a child is a status as well, because that is the moment and the season that child is in. And childhood has its own challenges. You can imagine that even a baby learning how to crawl is a challenge. They crawl, sometimes they just lie on their tummy, they are not able to crawl. Then they will be on their fours, they'll be crawling, they'll come up milestone wise, they start walking with the tables, holding on the tables, they'll try to make steps and fall. Meaning, childhood and being a baby to a child or infant to a child has also its challenges. If we look at other also statuses, even from childhood to adolescent, for example, getting into adolescence, they also have their own conflicting moments of challenges whereby they are wondering, oh, what about all these hormones? If it's a boy, my voice is breaking. Maybe they are growing some beards. They are not understanding all the chemistry happening, including their sexuality. If it's a girl, the adolescent also is challenging them in moments of, oh, the bust are growing bigger. Their bust also, they are starting to get some breasts. And also they are becoming more feminine, very melodious voices, you know, all the changes in an adolescent. So all these are challenges all the way to teenage when they are confused. They are wondering, am I an adult? Am I a teenage? Am I a child? Then we get into young adults, whereby maybe now they have finished universities and schools, and they are wondering, oh, they are trying to budget, they are getting into jobs. Some of them are thinking, should I get a second degree? Those ones who proceed with schools, those ones who do not, some even start marriages early. What am I saying? In young adulthood, we have challenges. And as someone progresses to maturity, there's the expectation, you know, it's a societal expectation anyway. You have finished your schooling or you have started working. At that point, there's an expectation of getting married, of starting a family. And this goes either way. Men also, there's an expectation of you getting married. And also, ladies, there's an expectation of you getting married. Let's jump over because that's where our main topic is. After that, you'll now become a father or a mother. Imagine there's now an expectation as well of provision. You're becoming a parent. You're becoming a mom, a dad. You need to tone down. Maybe when you are coming home late as a couple because you didn't have a baby, you have to tone down, start coming home early. Those are challenges. If you are working, maybe even getting extra work shifts or traveling to work far, you want out to work from home. Those are challenges. You have to adapt to them. You get into old age and mature age, grandchildren are coming. Maybe you're starting to be not so strong. You're starting to have maybe issues with your health all the way to death. What am I saying? From the moment you are born until the day you die, all these statuses have challenges. So when we look at it on unmarriedness, that is why I always sigh and wonder, why is it sometimes seen as if it's the only challenge that people want to magnify? Because you'll always find questions like, why are you not married? When are you getting married? When are you getting babies? And remember, people have not even asked you your opinion. People are already emptying themselves to you and asking you, when are you going to get a baby? They do not even know whether you want or you do not want. If it's a man, when are you getting married? They do not know even the plans you have. Some of us, where we come from, it could be just be responsibilities at home. that may delay things because you want to see your siblings better than where you are. Maybe you want to push them through secondary school. Some maybe even men, they are not ready at that time per se. They feel, oh, I need to do 1, 2, 3 things before I get married. How about, which could be a reality as well, you're getting into relationships, and these relationships, nothing is materializing. From the word go, you know you're not compatible. Do we have such moments? Or I'm living in my own world where I have that. Hey, hold on. Have you even subscribed into this Karaoke Moments channel? You need to like, you need to subscribe, you need to share, you need to tell your friends, come, let's all be here where we're discussing life conversations. No serious matters, just what life has thrown onto us, because everybody has a life testimony, a life conversation. Why? Because life is a journey. Walk in it. All right, back to our topic. So when people are giving you all these pressures, all these issues, they do not even know where you are at. Wait a minute. When you see an unmarried girl or an unmarried man, do you ever go up to them and ask them, hey John, hey Mary, what is your story? To me, I've always realized that used to be the best moments, yeah? So that we can encourage people to feel complete. You watch out for the other video that I had done in Unmarriedness Series 1, whereby I was talking about being complete in unmarriedness. That was the episode 1. So today in episode 2, we are continuing to see all statuses have its challenges. Do you know why I believe all statuses have challenge? When you are unmarried, and you're in these moments of pressure. Okay, let's assume you fall into pressure. Oh, when are you going to get married? So you fall in love. Nobody tells you how to fall in love. You fall in love. The first man you get or the first woman you get. Because of pressure, remember I'm taking in this scenario of pressure. You get married to this lady. After a few 1 year, 2 years, you realize this lady, you are not compatible. This man, you're not compatible. I don't know whether compatible is a good word. It sounds so scientific, but like things are not working out. You can't even communicate. You can't even talk. You can't resolve any conflict. By the way, marriage, what you're not being told, it's not always about laughing. There's also conflicts that come, but you're not even healthy enough to resolve. Wait until babies are born in that such kind of a marriage that is unhealthy. They'll be caught up. They'll be hurt in that relationship. Nobody told you how to do these things, and people don't talk. All you know is, oh, when are you going to get married? Oh, you need to get married. You are half. You need now to be complete. What I'm saying is, can we just slow down? Can we try also to understand the world of unmarriedness? What is the cause? What could have happened? Why did it happen? Do we know some people at times they even hit what I say, hit the wall in relationships? You can hit the wall even with 3 men. None has materialized. And now that is when people will even start telling you, even in a very spiritual world, in the ones who are in church and who are born again, they tell you, oh, I don't think you pray it very well. I don't think you hear God. I think you're very choosy. I think you're looking for a rich man or a rich woman. Men will be told, oh, I think you're looking for a Miss World, for a very beautiful girl. Women will be told, I think you're too choosy. I think you're looking for a very rich man. Imagine people already come in with their opinions. People already judge you. And that is why my passion in life conversations is stop judging people. You don't know people's stories. Why don't you go to them and ask them, what's your story? I remember when I was in church, getting along and going on, I remember one of the ladies, and I don't know why, I think it's more common with aunties and ladies. They get into the space of making people uncomfortable and make you feel like there's something wrong you have done. God help us, I'm being one of the ladies and one of the women. Let's stop making other women feel like because we are married, we hit a jackpot. And I'm saying this with a lot of love. Why? You never know. Life is a journey. Life is a journey. I've seen some ladies judging people. This includes some men. Pushing people to feel very like they do not listen to God, or they do not know how to make good decisions when it comes to marriage, or they do not know how to choose. And let me tell you, they will get married. And I'm saying this with passion, and I'm saying this also with love. You'll find them, they will come, get married. Within 1 year or 2 years, they get divorced. The same society, the same community that was pushing them to get married, they'll be here talking the loudest. Oh, let me use my name because I don't want to use any other name that maybe someone else could have been used for. Or if you allow me, I can use a name like Jane with no Jane in my head. So you'll hear, oh, Jane, I wish you waited. I wish you waited for a better man. This man who married, do you see now? They are now making you unhappy. You have left after 2 years with even a child. Remember, this is the same society that made Jane get or feel not incomplete and wants to get married. If it is a man, they will say, oh, Brother John, I wish you waited. I wish you waited for God. You are too young at 35. You could have waited. And remember, they were asking, don't you have eyes? Don't you know how to go after a woman? If it's a lady, you are told, oh, I think you are too proud. You are saying no to men. I don't know what you are waiting for. And when you divorce, what happens? By the way, when you divorce, you become unmarried. You join the singles. And remember, you were saying as if unsinglehood is like being with leprosy. You know, in the Bible, when you hear the lepers, people were being put outside the camp, or they were not living together with people because they were infectious. Let me tell you, being unmarried is a status just like any other. And you never know people's stories. Let's stop stigmatizing and judging people. And we don't know people's story. We don't know people's story, okay? Then you can be married. Everything is going on well. You're enjoying life. And you know what? God, being who God is, takes away your wife or takes away your husband. What happens? You become a widow or a widower. What does it mean? You become unmarried again. You become single. So can you imagine if you've been seeing the unmarried ones or people with marriages that have challenges? Because in your marriage, it was very good. You thought, oh, I've hit a jackpot. Oh, I greeted God with hand. Oh, I even am the deputy of God. Let me tell you, life is a journey. Life is a journey. You will be taken back to drawing board as an unmarried man, as an unmarried woman. Your children will become children of a single man again, children of a single mother, children of a single dad. What am I saying? Let's be slow. Don't judge people. All statuses have their own challenges, okay? I have seen some people getting married and below 1 year, some even faster. They do not even get onto celebrating their first anniversary in marriage. And you'll hear them confessing and saying, by the way, I had seen it when we were courting, but I thought I will change this person. Can you change a human being? Remember, it's an adult. Can you change them? I think the best conversation would be, in this singlehood of this man, in this singlehood of this woman, as they are still waiting and unmarried, how can we make them make better decisions? How can we make them have better judgment and feel complete and continue living? If you're a lady, continue improving your life. Continue finding your purposes in this world. That is why you're living. If you're a man, how can we as a society, how can we make you continue feeling you're complete? Vis-a-vis taking everybody to feel like we are boxing them into one box, into between 25 and 30 is the best age to get married. Anyway, we were all there. I'm not saying because I'm an expert or I've read, but I'm saying because I've walked in that journey. You think, oh, everybody should get married between 25 and 30, and you take it as a gospel truth. When you hit 30, you get into depression. But then I'm very serious. I was working with a few people in counseling and support ministry when I was back at home in my church. And in areas of my workplaces and in areas of even jobs where I was working and everywhere that I was working, I've always found passion in encouraging people to be positive. So in one of my encouragement moments in some place, a lady walks in. She tells me, oh, I've been sent to see you by someone. At that time, I think I was 38 years. It means I was married after 38. Continue following karaoke moments. One day you'll know how old I was. Anyway, back to our story. But at that time I was, I think, 38. And she was sent to me from a far place to come and see me. Why? Because she was 35 years. She was depressed. She got her depression at 25 years. Why? Because she was engaged to a man and the man left her. And she's been walking and being always people when they ask her, when are you getting married? She would remember that the man walked out of their life. What I know is women also walk out of men's life. I'm not saying that women are the only one who suffer. By the way, I can give stories from here to Timbuktu or from here to New Zealand or from here to wherever farthest from wherever you're watching you are. Men also have been left. They have hurt They've even gone into depression. So I'm not saying it's only women who hurt. By the way, men also hurt more. The worst part is some men, generally, they don't talk. They know how to cushion themselves and sip it in. What am I saying? This lady, back to our story, this lady, when you hear to her story why she was even taking the medicine for depression, and so some actually it was back in Kenya, she had to go and buy them from South Africa. I think it was a rare one. She sank herself there. But I remember that day when she walked into that room, I just felt it was a moment for me to share my story. She left that place. She felt encouraged and we kept in touch, and she felt a hope to continue living. Do not judge people. You don't know people's stories. Stop pushing people to get married or to feel like if they don't have children, it is a bad thing. Slow down. Slow down. Ask people their story. People have their stories. What we are saying is, every status has its challenge. Can we help people to find their purposes while in the waiting to be married? Be it a man, be it a woman. How can they continue to ache their lives? And in the next episode, we are going to be discussing about the real thing now. How can people wait while in the waiting to get married? How can we live a fulfilled life? What can we do? What are some of the things I have learned? Remember, I am not an expert, but experiences can never be rolled out, and everybody has a testimony. You're also welcome to give yours in the comments below. Okay? Continue subscribing, continue liking, continue sharing, and remember, life is a journey. Never despair, never give up. Life is a journey, walk in it. Be strong, continue building muscles, encourage someone, do not judge. Till next time, we love you. Bye from Karaoke Moments. Bye-bye.